There is outrage and grief in El Monte over the cold-blooded murder of a school board member in Mexico. Bobby Salcedo and 5 others were abducted by gunmen at a restaurant in Gomez Palacio. All 6 were killed execution style. El Lascos is live in El Monte with reaction from Salcedo's friends and family.
It's like a nightmare. It's like a nightmare that you can't wake up from, and that's coming from the mayor here of El Monte. Bottom line with all of that is everybody here is left trying to remember having to deal with the tough feelings of losing a man who's described as a teacher, an administrator, a politician, but mostly a man being remembered as a stand-up guy.
Disbelief, absolute shock, disbelief. I cried, I yelled. I just can't believe that someone so special to us is gone.
The mayor talking about Bobby Salcedo. He'll forever be 33.
I'm just in disbelief. Like I said, we did everything together, and I think really the first time where, there's an occasion to go somewhere, and I think that's when it's really going to hit me, because I'm going to have to go alone.
We're learning more now from the Mexican city of Gomez Palacio in the state of Durango. Salcedo at a restaurant when gunmen burst in, kidnapping Salcedo and 5 other men. Later, the bodies of all the men, including Salcedo, found near a canal, all shot in the head.
We want justice. We want somebody, to our president, he has to do something. This is the wrong person they have to get.
Neighbors remembering Salcedo, who more than left his mark in El Monte, a former assistant principal of instruction here at the high school, a current school board member, education and helping others. That was his lifeblood.
Bobby, as an educator, as an administrator, just made it his work to help as many people as he could.
It's like being in a nightmare that you can't wake up from, and hopefully in the days that are ahead we'll get some more answers, and we'll get justice for Bobby, for his family, and frankly for our community, because they stole our future.
And now live, a strange connection with all of this. That city in Durango is actually the sister city of El Monte. We are told that Bobby was in the wrong place at the wrong time, caught up right in the middle of this ongoing drug war south of the border. For now, we're live El Monte, Ed Lascos, Fox 11 News.
Family and friends are mourning the horrific death of an El Monte school board member. Authorities say 33-year-old Augustin Bobby Salcedo was shot and killed execution style in the Mexican city of Gomez Palacio in the northern state of Durango. Eyewitness News reporter Robert Holguin is live in El Monte, where he spoke to Salcedo's devastated loved ones. Robert.
Yeah, Bobby Salcedo was a vice principal here at El Monte High School. He had just been elected to another term on the local school board, and by all accounts, he was a rising star here in his hometown. But a trip to visit his wife's family in central Mexico has turned into a nightmare for the Salcedo family, illustrating how the epidemic of violence in Mexico is reaching residents here on this side of the border. The story is still broken into pieces.
They stormed in.
The chilling details
Demanded everybody to go on the floor. They were threatened.
Are still emerging.
And that's when the 6 men were abducted.
But the pain is undeniable.
You're waiting to wake up.
Carlos Salcedo is talking about the news he got last night, that his brother Bobby had been kidnapped and executed in Mexico.
New Year's Eve, we're celebrating my parents' 43rd anniversary. And that's when I received the call from my sister-in-law. I couldn't bear to tell my dad.
According to witnesses and published reports, Bobby Salcedo was with his wife visiting her family in the Mexican city of Gomez Palacio. On Wednesday, they were at a restaurant with 5 other couples. Armed gunmen burst into the restaurant and kidnapped Salcedo and 5 other men. On Thursday, all 6 were found dead.
He was definitely stolen from us, and we're the ones that are gonna certainly miss him.
Bobby Salcedo had just been elected to the local school board, and his friends describe him as a tireless advocate for El Monte's youth.
That's what makes this so extraordinarily tragic, because he was just such a special part of our community.
Andre Quintero is the newly elected mayor of El Monte. He says Salcedo was a close friend and a hard worker.
He donated his time, his energy, his resources to this community.
Carlos says the attack on his brother appears random, a case of being at the wrong place at the wrong time, illustrating how the violence in Mexico is not contained to those south of the border.
Up to this point, it's been Mexico's problem. But here we lost the life of a brother, a son, a friend, a community leader.
Right now I'm focusing on remembering my brother for the person he was, for the leader he was.
Carlos Salcedo tells me that they're still trying to get more information from police in Mexico about what exactly happened, but that hasn't been easy. Funeral plans are planned for sometime in the middle of next week. Reporting live from El Monte, Robert Holguin, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Robert, thank you very much.